Injured here, 2v2 Golgotha Depths blue team. Mr. Ricco is a Kommando Nob, starts off range combat, puts out some nice damage, can also sneak around and blow stuff up, infiltrating commander. GiDDoLo alongside is a force commander, offensive melee, quite versatile, can tank, disrupt and even support. This is Ultramarines DLC. Red team, Dead Mopo is a warp spot Exarch, teleporting commander, fights range, good at harassing and capping early on, lots of nasty crowd control later. And alongside him is Serbly as a Techmarine, nice range damage, also good utility, can repair and build structures, going up against the Kommando Nob on this north edge early on. Kommando Nob does some nice damage with that twin link shooter of his. Tactical Marines on the field for Serbly, durable and versatile, heavy infantry, fight range with their bolters, can get a specialized weapon in tier 2. Kommando Nob forcing melee on them to tie them up so they can't shoot those bolters. Double shooter boys backing up the Kommando Nob. Central VP being taken by Guardians. mr.Ricco has teleported ahead and is capping Blue's natural victory point. Might get an early triple here for Red. There's the stun bomb, Tactical Marines dodge and Kommando Nob runs away. Quite tough on power this map. Get two very natural power points of both teams, but all of the others are quite central. This northern one, central power, and a south power. Howling Banshees on the field for Dead Mopo. Light melee unit with power weapons, very dangerous offensively, but somewhat a glass cannon. Tactical Marines forced to retreat before they lose a model. Techmarine now out of cover, taking tons of damage. Sluggers might catch him. 6 hit points, 5 hit points, 3, 2, and I think he's going to go down in retreat. Does go down. Sluggers finish him off. 4-3-1, 4-8-5, a triple cap for Red. And Kommando Nob also going down here, caught by Banshees, I think. Guardians lost a model. They are now getting their battle equipment, gives them a health buff, plasma grenades, and an energy shield. mr.Ricco now forcing melee on shooters. He's so good early game, decapping and capping and tying stuff up in melee very quickly. He can now go and revive that Techmarine. Really nice retreat grenade, takes out a couple of shooter boys. And straight into Assault Marines for Serbly. Not quite as good synergy with the other commanders as with the Techmarine, but they do give him something to get ahead and disrupt while he sits back and shoots stuff. Techmarine revived by the mr.Ricco. Blue team now capping mid for a 2-1, 3-9-4, 4-8-5. Shuriken on the way for Dead Mopo. GiDDoLo will need the way to counter that. Perhaps we will see the Storm Shield for the Force Commander. Maybe some Assault Marines of his own, but he already has these double Tactical Marines in the Ultramarines livery. 3-9-4, 4-7-5. Blue team doubling the north. And is someone going to cap that power? Nope. Here come Assault Marines for Serbly, jumping in and disrupting bolt pistols and chainsaw. There's a grenade from those scouts. Nicely done. Boom! Almost wiping those sluggers. Good grief. Shooter boys trying to save them with aiming. What's that? Assault Marines jumping after them, but they cannot finish off the last model. Really nice grenade from Serbly. He did lose 2 Assault Marines though. 3-9-4, 4-6-7. Was that worth it? Techmarine now going for the building. And he's going to get shot to crap and is forced to retreat. No sign of the mastercrafted bolter yet. Most likely will go for the plasma gun in tier 2 to take down his fellow Marines. Shuriken cannon is on the field. Setup team that suppresses. Forced off here by shotgun scouts and shooter boys though. Guardians look like they just about got away with a single model. Blue team will take mid for a 2-1, 370, 4-6-7. Blue team might get a triple, and we do see the Storm Shield for the Force Commander has to sit back now and defend with these double tacks and double shooters with defend. That's going to be a pretty tough nut to crack for Red team in tier 1. Shield, of course, also giving the Force Commander 200 hit points and a passive 20% damage resistance to ranged fire. So it makes him really, really tanky, especially if you get Artificer as well. Ultramarines getting knocked all over the place by these Assault Marines of Serbly, who retreat just in time to preserve their models. They really don't want to be reinforcing those guys too much in Tier 1. Already had to reinforce 2 models. Stick bombs thrown by the Kommando Nob. Really, really dangerous accessory. Can wipe squads. Bit unpredictable as to where they land though. We have Howling Banshees capping Blue's natural victory point, trying to catch stuff in retreat now. Decide to just retreat themselves. Kommando Nob has been suppressed by the Shuriken, now infiltrates. No detector units on the field apart from Serbly's Scout Sergeant, who's already in the north. Stun bomb on the Shuriken, and now the Kommando Nob runs away. I think he ran out of energy. No, still had a bunch of energy, has extra equipment is white. Health and energy buff. Scouts retaking their natural. Tier 2 for GiDDoLo. He has triple tactical marines. How often do you see your force commander going for that? And they have some serious versatility and range firepower in Tier 2, but need to be careful of artillery. Plasma cannons from Serbly. Wraith Guard as well would also be very dangerous if there's 2 or 3 Wraith Guards running around. Scouts thinking about throwing a grenade in heavy cover. There is the grenade attempt. Knowing the shooters would back off, he threw it far and managed to take out 1 model. Here comes the Kommando Nob now. Howling Banshees getting into combat, knocked back by the scout shotguns, but we do see the triple tactical marines forced off by a single shuriken cannon. That is the difference. Tactical marines are susceptible to suppression. We do have the defend to nullify this suppression, but it doesn't last forever. It does drain your energy. 281, 467. Center is red, and this very, very annoying warp spider Exarch again teleporting ahead and decapping Blue's natural. Look at the VP lead the red team have. War truck on the way for mr.Ricco. Ultramarines knocked on their asses. I think that was stick bombs thrown by the Kommando Nob. And red have a double. What's the Exarch now? Just about teleports away after decapping this wreck point as well. Really, really nice warps for the Exarch play by Dead Mopo. 242, 467. Here comes the Techmarine. He now has the master crafted bolter. Really, really nice range weapon with high powered shot as well. Red team deciding to wipe out these generators rather than steal this power point. It's really difficult to defend these 3 central power nodes. Here come the triple tactical marines. Assault Marines might want to retreat. They're very low on health. Getting their sergeant now, and we do see some Wraith Guard for Dead Mopo. That's going to be painful for those triple tacks if they are blobbed up. And a Razorback on the way for GiDDoLo to support them. Shuriken sets up, suppresses them all, and they all run away. Retreat grenade surely. Here come Howling Banshees as well. This could be very, very painful. Howling Banshees catching them. No retreat grenade. Perhaps didn't want to risk grenading his own Howling Banshees. They have their Exarch and they have their aspect, so she gets her Executioner Spear. Now chasing this Razorback, getting rear armor hits. This is quite dangerous. Doesn't want to lose this thing so quickly. Right near base though, Banshees set upon by triple tactical marines need to retreat. Kommando Nob pushing hard on the north. Needs to help out mid a bit, I think. War truck loaded up, and the Weird Boy, such a popular tier 2 for Orks, is just to get War truck and Weird Boy and then go tier 3. 202, 454. Force Commander level 2, very, very nearly level 3, and now has Artificer 1261 hit points at level 2. Very, very tanky with that passive damage resistance and that really nice health regeneration as well. Lots of shooter boys taken out there. Las cannon on the field. Very, very hard counter for that war truck. Sluggers have their Nobita as well. Here come Guardians, there's a grenade. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, it's the Kommando Nob and Weird Boy in that building. There's a fragmentation grenade and an Autark drop, wipes out the Kommando Nob. Weird Boy runs away. 202, 444, 2-1 cap for blue team. Someone else has gone down, it's the Warp Spider Exarch. Wraith Guard backing off. He's double Wraith Guard, I think. We have plasma guns on all 3 tactical marines. That's some serious damage output versus heavy infantry, especially when combined with Kraken bolts. Kommando Nob still down here. Done quite well with these scouts, I think, Serbly. 202, 425. Rangers on the field for dead Mopo getting shots off all the while. Autark will be really nice for jumping in, disrupting those tacks and tying them up as well. Looks like she's going straight for Blue's natural VP, using fleet and jumping over stuff. Now decapping. Also emits a passive AoE buff to surrounding infantry as well. Really useful and important unit for Eldar. Jumping into those scouts, which gives off an AoE heal, a very slight heal though. Now in melee with these scouts, she starts off with a pretty decent power sword. Scouts take the building. Kicking off in the middle now. Force Commander levels to 4, he's almost level 5, using defend on all of this infantry. This is a really nice damage resistance buff. Serbly hanging back, getting in Kraken bolt shots with his tactical marines and that mastercrafted bolter as well, weighing in with fire sluggers, going after the shuriken. Wiped out by Eldar though. No, survivors think no, they don't. They do go down. Thought they were going to get away there. Wraith Guard need to get some volleys off on his tacks, as you can see, but they are forced off. There's too much fire. Wraith Guard are a pretty durable unit. Short range artillery suppress infantry as well with their AoE fire. And again, dead Mopo putting pressure on this VP, decaps it with an Autark this time. 188, 411. Scouts will recap. Kommando Nob doesn't need to be there. He's level 2. Blue team now pressuring Red's natural for a change. 182, 411. It's a single cap. Blue team might be able to get a triple, maybe a double. They have decapped it. And now Shooter Boys run away, as they should, versus Assault Marines. Almost lose the squad. Anyway, there is the double cap. Weird Boy took centre. Sub-commander for Orks. Good versus clumps of infantry. Has some support as well. Has an exposed brain, as you can see there. And tier 3 for Mr. Ricco. Pretty standard Ork build. Double shooters, war truck, Weird Boy. Tier 3, no doubt Nobs. 178, 379. Serbly with this las cannon is very dangerous for this war truck. Mr. Ricco now doesn't have any sluggers to repair it. Plasma cannon on the way for Serbly. Should have got that thing out a bit sooner, I think, against triple tax. GiDDoLo going tier 3. Scouts knocking off the Golgotha Depths, who runs away. Level 3 has no war gear. Centre now turning blue thanks to the Kommando Nob. Assault Marines jumping those shooters, forcing them off immediately. 178, 371. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Here come those triple tactical marines. Where is the plasma cannon? He's cancelled it. No plasma cannon for Serbly. Tactical marines really haven't been punished, I don't think. Single Wraith Guard, should have been double Wraith Guard, I think. Should have had a plasma cannon on this ledge here. Howling Banshee's trying to get in amongst them, but that's just too much range firepower, and they are forced to retreat. Kommando Nob getting too close. Trying to throw some stick bombs, but gets taken down. Techmarine looks like he's in retreat as well. Triple tax supported with that defend. It's really difficult for red team to punch through. They really need the double or maybe even triple Wraith Guard from dead Mopo and a plasma cannon. 174, 371. They still have a big VP lead though. 200 thereabouts. Red team trying to get a double. Tactical Marines are capping. and they cap faster than any other unit, 50% faster. Here come Nobs though on the field for Mr. Ricco, now replacing his Wid Boy. Didn't see him get taken down. Elite tier 3 melee unit can go toe to toe with anything in the game, especially when they have their upgrades. That does make them very expensive though. And now they've been spotted by red. There's a merciless strike, nicely timed. Assault Marines getting into them. Nobs are heavy infantry, so Kraken bolts, tactical marines do help. We might see these guys getting plasma guns for Serbly to help out even more. Las Cannon Devastators all of a sudden not entirely useful. No vehicles on the field for blue team. 156, 371. Here you see the husk of the war truck will provide cover now. Wraith Guard, haven't really seen these guys set up or steady themselves rather and get off a couple of nasty volleys. You saw the damage that they did there to those tactical marines. Ortark might go down here. She has her spear and does go down. It's a big blow. Shimmer Orb from the Warps of Exarch. He does go down though as well. Shimmer Orb isn't going to stop Nobs from running in there and smacking you with their chain axes. 144, 371. Banshees are protected though from all of this damage and can try and cap mid. Shimmer Orb, such a good war gear for capping. Here come those triple tacks. Wraith Guard getting some nice volleys off, but now tied up by the Force Commander and forced to retreat. Howling Banshees finished the cap and now retreat themselves. No grenade from the Guardians. Rangers also need to retreat. 125, 371. Serbly's here now. There's a Rocks. That's going to be nasty, these tacks. Retreating right into it, and a big one wiped out that squad. Big blow for Serbly. Panicked a little bit. Could have moved his tacks out, spreaded them out, and just avoided the rocks altogether, I think. Tried to play it safe and just retreat, but got caught by a big rocks, and Terminators have hit the field for GiDDoLo. Can blue team hold on and win here? 106, 371. Here are the Terminators gone for the range variety. Storm Bolters and Power Fists. And they are going for their Assault Cannon weapon upgrade. It's going to be a 2-to-1 for blue. Kommando Nob trying to check out what's going on here. Shuriken setting up on this raised platform. Going to get a bunch of stick bombs in its face though. And they back off right into it. Losing a model and losing a whole lot of health as well. Here come the Howling Banshees, level 2. Level 2 Guardians. Those Howling Banshees will be decent for trying to tie up those Terminators while other stuff pours fire in. 105, 357. Zap is on this Techmarine and it's jumped to these tactical marines. That's the starting ability of the Weird Boy. No upgrades for this guy yet. And we're going to see the Sacred Standard for the Force Commander. This is kind of like a fully kitted out support Force Commander with that Storm Shield. And now the Sacred Standard. Red team gingerly approaching the center of the map. Las Cannon will also help greatly versus those Terminators. Puts out some nice damage versus Terminators since they are a large unit. Has 100% accuracy against them as if they were a vehicle. One of the downsides of being a Terminator. 105, 328. Looks like red team are going to push, are they? Techmarine forced to retreat. No, he's hanging around. And he has Signum armor which will help. Might want to get the plasma gun. 105, 318. Serbly has tons and tons of resources. Could drop a Terminator squad himself. Could drop a Venerable Dreadnought. Could drop an Orbital Bombardment, of course. Kommando Nob forcing melee on those Wraith Guard. Now under serious fire from that Assault Cannon. Look at that. That thing will suppress, but Wraith Guard cannot be suppressed. D cannon on the field for dead Mopo. A good choice, but can't let stuff get that close. Shuriken Cannon now suppressing that blob until defend kicked in anyway. Here's a Venerable Dreadnought. A good choice, I think, because all of these tactical marines have plasma guns. Force Commander doesn't have his Power Fist. The only threat to it really is this tank, which is I've just noticed, and the Terminators with their Power Fists. Might see a rocket launcher for the Kommando Nob. 105287 Shimmer Orb used by the Orks or Exarch to cap there. And blue team under some pressure again. All of those decaps in tier 1 of their natural has left them with this huge VP deficit. I'm not sure they're going to be able to make it up. Howling Banshees need to run away, I think, from this tank. One more shot might wipe the squad. And Dead Mopo realizes and tries to get them out. They might be wiped though. That's not the Exarch. And she's down to 8 hit points. Tank chasing and wipes her out. Venerable Dreadnought backing off those Terminators. Unique Walker to the Techmarine, really powerful in melee. Cannot get a ranged weapon, but it does have a nice charge. 53-287, a double cap for red. Blue team need to get their act together. Nobs with no upgrades on this, guys, but they do have medium green. They don't have their hammers or their Nob leader. We do see some commandos, which are a really nice unit. Here you see them infiltrated, can disrupt and put out some nice DPS as well. They also get a Nob leader with a rocket launcher. Venerable Dreadnought has been stunned hard, and we see a Power Fist on the Force Commander. Flesh over Steel, such danger to Walkers. Forces him off though, but here he comes again, and all those Power Fists going in on the Venerable. Look how much damage it's taken. Now here we see Stoicism gives it 10 seconds of improved damage and constant AoE inspiration going off there, trying to take out those Terminators. Terminators lost tons of health. Nobs a big threat to that Venerable as well. And looted tank pushing forward. Blue team doing quite well now. Dealt with the Venerable. Dealt with Serbly's tax as well, I see. 24-287. Red team retaining their natural VP. But are they going to be able to take this central back? Terminators heading back to base to reinforce. They cannot retreat. Orks or Exarch down. 24-280. Can the blue team hold on here? We have double D cannons for Dead Mopo. Might see some nasty singularities. Blue team being careful to keep their distance. Force Commander giving off that passive AoE damage buff with the Sacred Standard now. Really nasty synergy with all infantry blobs, and a looted tank goes down, taken down by the Predator. 24-263. There is a singularity given off by the D cannon, but everything is too far away to be affected. Everyone tier 3. Serbly might be going for some Terminators of his own, might be going for a Land Raider. 24-251. Nobs using Frenzy to break suppression and get into melee. Now they have their hammers, now they have their Nob leader as well, going into those guardsmen. GiDDoLo trying to sneak around up to these setup teams, and you see him using the Storm Shield again to break suppression. D cannon taken out, and these tactical marines retreating. They shouldn't have retreated. He retreated because he saw a singularity go off, but the Nobs were able to get in there and force off that squad. 24-230. 24-230 even. Predator tank with no upgrades. Serbly looks like he's dropping something. Dead Mopo lost a ton of stuff in that engagement, and Serbly has some Terminators. mr.Ricco lost a bunch of stuff as well. 24-217. Orks or Exarch again using Shimmer Orb to troll these scouts. They're having to force melee, and scouts are not very good in melee. And he's going to complete this cap here. 24-209. This might win the game for the red team, this constant capping from this Orks or Exarch. He now has power blades as well, and is also getting phase armor. Good for stopping caps. Stun bomb on those Terminators, but they are still decapping the VP. Nob's going after the tank. Gonna get some rear armor hits. Look at the health of the tank flying down there. Grenade to deter them. Now going after this las cannon, and it's gonna wipe, I think. Maybe not. Wraithguard getting some big volleys in there, suppressing the Nobs. Nobs trying to tie them up in melee. Wraithguard can take buildings now. They might want to get into this garrison. They don't have their Warlock either, though, so they are very slow. As you can see, Nobs staying in the fight a bit too much. There is marked target. Now reinforced by Call the Boys, I think. Yes, 15207. Blue team now taking mid again. Can they hold on though? Need to be very wary of their natural. Might want to keep scouts there or something. Fire Prism on the way for Dead Mopo. Serbly has Terminator's Predator and Scouts. Scouts wanting to chuck a grenade. Zap goes down on that D cannon, but it jumps to the allied Scouts, who lose a bunch of health. 15193. Double cap for blue. Red team retaking a natural. Blue team looking quite strong now though. Fire Prism on the field will help greatly versus those Nobs. Terminators lose a model for Serbly. Kommando Nob backing off and infiltrates just in time to not go down. Has a rocket launcher on the way. Really nice tier 3 weapon versus large targets. Can also be dangerous for bunched up infantry as well with right enemy crosshairs. GiDDoLo at PopCap cannot get a Land Raider on the field. Triple tax with sergeants really eats into your population. Only 2 of the squads have sergeants though. 15137. Kommando Nob goes down, not sure what you're trying to do. Grenade goes in. Nobs use frenzy and back away. Can red team push one more time, take mid and hold it? Force Kommando Nob going back to his storm shield now. There's phase armor to stop all of this stuff. Can red team use this to cap? There's an Eldritch Storm. Timing just a little bit off, but does big damage to those tactical marines. And wiped one of the squads. Now he can get a Land Raider. 15113. Land Raider Redeemer on the way for GiDDoLo. Will it get out in time though? Red team are capping mid with these scouts. Nobs back at base. Really nice play from Dead Mopo with this Exarch. Might win the game for red. Plasma gun on the Techmarine. 15105. Here come Terminators for GiDDoLo. Plasma cannon getting a big shot off. But look at the damage to those scouts. Scouts need to back off. Techmarine takes over the cap and they get it. Here comes some scouts infiltrated. GiDDoLo very nearly level 3. Rocket launcher. Kommando Nob getting shots on the Fire Prism, but it's 9105. A 2-to-1 cap for red. They're going to run out of time here. Singularity on the VP, I think. Yes, it's going to wipe those scouts. And red team take it. All of those decaps in tier 1 proving to be very important. Dead Mopo pretty much winning the game with Shimmer Orb, tricky Exarch and that phase armor. Eldritch Storm combo. GiDDoLo very slow to get back out of his base. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you next time.